Hi Geminis, hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Yes, we've got a new intro, Gemini. I'm super stoked. Also, there's going to be a surprise coming, so stay tuned, please. I'm very, very excited to bring you this, and I'll talk about it shortly, all right? If you would like to win a September 3 private reading, 20-minute free private reading with Spirit and myself, simply subscribe to the channel and state that you did so below. It doesn't matter if you've been subscribed for a while, just type it in and you're good. You're in the draw basically, right? The winner for August free private reading, you'll find in the caption down below. If you're interested to find out who that was. All right, and yeah, let's hop into your reading. And you can follow us over on Instagram at Universal Power Tarot if you wish to. Thank you. Wow. There, I'll be posting pictures there and other little fun things here and there. All right, there's a bunch of stuff coming up. I'm so excited. It's such a creative time right now. Yeah, to really get stuff done is very interesting. Like the push, that I've been getting since the past, I don't know, week or so. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I feel like the brakes have come off. Gemini. All right, let's get the cards out. It's a what do you say? It's a general reading. What do I say again? Oh man. No, it's all messed up. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's it. Good. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, my dear Geminis. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. Whenever the message reaches you, it's yours at that time, right? When the title is talking to you in some way and you feel really drawn to it, like via stomach, via intuition, just go for it. There may be a message in it for you, okay? Good. And these messages are for those that seek personal and or spiritual growth. Yeah, that's it. Your first card is the Magician, which is a major arcana, and this is about manifesting, right? Bringing things into the physical, or wanting to bring them into the physical, into manifestation. And what I'm getting with this is for quite some time now, and you're just waiting for that to come, and you're just waiting for Spirit to bring this to you, actually, because it's like you ordered a while ago, like months ago, and Spirit hasn't delivered yet. And you're like, where is it? Like, and you're checking your skills, right? You're just like, you're calling them. Was anything missing? Did I forget to put anything in the mix? What's going on? What's the delay here? And you're checking like your tools. Are my tools okay? Is anything broken here? Did I forget something? That's the vibe I'm getting with it. And you're burning for it. You want this to come into fruition, into like the material world already. You're saying like it's time. But as you know, Spirit sometimes has a very different opinion of this. That's not to say that what you want or what you've manifested is not about to manifest. I'm just saying that right now because that's often how it is, and you're just like, or it manifests in completely different ways, and you're just like baffled. You're like, how did that happen? How? I mean, and you couldn't even think of a scenario such as this, right? You're next, and we'll see what that is. Your next card out is the Page of Swords, which is rather a defensive kind of a stance. You build up something. There could have been a breakup involved in this, doesn't have to be, where, and then that triggered you into really building up your own thing, like watering your own little plants and seedlings, and now they start to grow, and you watch them grow, and you're really trying to keep distractions away from that. You're really protective of those seedlings because you're like, they're not strong enough yet. If there's like a wind coming by, a stronger wind, or if there's too much sun, I really need to be protective of whatever it is that you're growing here, like says Gemini. Right. Absolutely. And you're not afraid to use your sword. But this is, the page is rather like a younger kind of an energy, right? Again, and it's still lacking in maturity. So it's still, there's room for expansion. Let me put it that way. There's room for expansion. And this is what's happening right now, I feel. Your next card out, the one that you already saw, is the Two of Cups, which is the Lovers. I mean, no, not the Lovers, but why did I just say that? That can be soulmate energy. Soulmate energy. It's definitely also a card of reciprocity. And I'm seeing this here as you, and something's not sitting well with you, like in a connection. This doesn't have to be romantic. Again, it could just be like a soulful connection that you have, but something is not sitting with you, right? Because it's like kind of skeptical here. The connection seems to be okay, though. I have to say that. It feels like it's okay. But to you, something happened that just doesn't sit well with you. And now they're drawing my eye to the, oh wow, to the guardian angel cards that I already drew in the pre-shuffle. And your card says miracle. So I'll read that one to you. Dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away. For I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all your concerns to me and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. All heals with the passing of time. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. Now this is funny, right? Because we had the Magician here as your first card out, first card strongest, and we were talking about the manifestation here. And this, I feel, is what you're manifesting. This being you in a future position. You wanted to get to a certain point. The Queen of Rods to me is the hippie queen. Like she's almost like the most free. Very wild and free. Rewilded, so to say. And very much expressive, right? Very expressive, good looking, very attractive, right? That magnetism that just happens with a person just because they're so okay with themselves, like internally, and that's super, super attractive. And that is where you want to go, and where I feel you're way closer than you think here with this, Gemini, way closer. It's also a very fiery kind of an energy, of course. Yeah. Okay, let's see what the Wildwood Tarot has to say to this. No. Okay. Yeah. So you have the Nine of Arrows with dedication, and that's exactly what we were picking up on earlier, which is you started something here. That could be a project or self-growth, spiritual growth, whatever that is. You were very dedicated to it, and you really wanted to bring it, like really, really, really wanted to bring this to fruition, like so it would manifest, so that actual success, tangible abundance would be in your life, and you worked really, really hard on this. And with that card, Spirit is acknowledging this, and you have become incredibly masterful at what it is that you're doing. Incredibly masterful. So there's nothing at all wrong with your tools. Again, like I was picking up on earlier, Spirit is involved here for some reason, and we'll find out what that is, hopefully. Yeah, very, very skillful. Like, because the waiting period has been so long, like you've tried out so many things to get to that point. Because imagine, and by the way, ever since I started the reading, I can hear myself a little bit on the left ear. So this is very specific for some of you. Maybe you have like hearing impairment on the left side of your ear, tinnitus, possibly also something like that along those lines, right? A hearing impairment of some sort. This is very specific. It's basically confirmation for you that this is extra special for you and you need to pay attention, something like that, right? So Yeah, and imagine the scenario where, imagine they would have given it to you straight away, which they could have, but they didn't want to do this because you would never be in mastery like this, Gemini, if they would have given it to you straight away. You tried so many different alleys to heal yourself, to work on yourself, to do this project, whatever it is for you, right? You went down so many alleys and you became incredibly and so good at what you're doing. That there's almost, what I'm getting now is like there's almost no other way than, oh yeah, okay, then give this to you, right? Then give this to you. Wow, okay, you have the pole star with the number 17 breaking down to an 8, which is highly successful. Like, I almost want to say, although it's not really the meaning of the card, but I just want to say this is a highly beneficial and highly abundant endeavor here for you, and success is guaranteed with this. It may seem, however, like you're still right now a bit in the dark. I'll show you with the cards. A bit in the dark, and you're just following. You have the Queen of Bows next with the hair. You're just following that inner guidance, that inner light. You're following spirit, and you have learned along that journey to really trust. Depending on where you are, you're currently learning it, right? And this is an important process, especially if we have been disappointed before by people, by caretakers, by our parents, who we couldn't trust. Then to trust spirit and to really fall into that and be like, okay, spirit, I am yours, so to speak. I listen to your guidance because I know and I've experienced along this journey that you only have the highest good for myself as well as everybody else involved in mind. So I'll follow that because I do not have the overview. I don't. And that's that. That's what you're saying here, Gemini, and that's what's been leading you. And you trust. You go in every time Spirit asks you to do this, and go journeying and go into territory that is not known to you yet. You do it because you know that this is going to lead to somewhere and something really, really good, right? And with the hair, that's a little bit, the hair is always like putting up the ears. That's what I'm seeing. Like very, how do you say, you know, they're gone really fast when there's danger or something like that, right? They're gone so fast. So there's what I'm getting with this is a little bit of a reluctance in going in there because you've done this before, right? You've been in there before and you're just like, oh no, you know you have to go and you know you will go too, but you're just like, you know, standing there. What I'm seeing is like standing there, hopping from one leg to the next and like, should I really go into this big forest again? I don't really want to go. I know it's going to be beneficial in the end, but the process I'm not sure of because I don't know what is coming for me, right? What is in there for me? And that's always like a task. It could be some sort of an initiation as well. Every time we level up. And it's funny because I actually saw, before I saw what the actual card was, I saw the polar bear, full on the polar bear, which is like the end boss of a level. And that's the kind of vibe I'm getting with this too. It's like sometimes with the initiation, there can be fears or old emotions maybe rising up within you, which is very fitting, by the way, with the Pisces full moon, because that brings up those emotions for us to deal with once again, right? How fun. And that's the scenario here too for you. But it's an initiation that is going to be a level up for you. What else do you have for Gemini, please? And there's not so much talking with this. A lot less talking than usual, I would say. It's interesting because, again, usually I would have to say a lot more with all the cards. But right now, it's not so much. It's just like it's there, it is what it is, and there's no explanation. And that's kind of like how I feel Spirit is coming through for you. This is what it is. There's not really an explanation. please go do it. That's kind of like the vibe. And we always love to hear that, right? But we also know that there's a reason behind it. Oh yeah, loves. Oh yeah. You have the 14 balance. 14 breaks down to a 5, which is change, huge change, because that is the balancing of the divine feminine, divine masculine. This is also talking about the alchemical process. These are dragons, snakes, or dragons, but it's like the snake is symbolizing like the Kundalini rising. This is from matter to spirit. This is talking about enlightenment also. Huge enlightenment. And when these two forces come together, what then happens, right? Like a huge energetic, like it's free now. All of a sudden it's free. There's a lot of energy that is within you that is really wanting to free itself. Because when we have like trauma in our bodies, then we're not as permeable, I hope that's the right word, by the light. And as soon as we release that trauma, all that light can come in, and then it can shoot back up again, right? Then we're really connected with Mother Earth and Father Sky. And that's what seems to be happening for you here right now. This is where your journey is going. Because see, like they went in the forest, they found that tree where those snakes reside. So they're fully in, like fully immersed in the forest. And there's no more fear. It's often like this because we just find the bravery necessary in the situations. We do, and we grow tremendously. What I'm now getting is like in the face of adversity, that's where it really is, right? That's where we really, really grow. And only in hindsight, you'll totally know that this was necessary. It's always like that, always. Right. Your next card out is the 4 of Arrows with rest. And after that, you're just going to feel shot. Sorry to say, but just like tired, right? Because this is a huge transformation process here for you, Gemini. And of course, that is tiring because when we use all of our strength and all of our resources to get to a certain point, to work through something that is so profound and where we really need to make it, that's kind of like the urgency we're getting here, but not too scary or anything. There's nothing scary about this. Like spirit is with you fully. For some of you, this scenario is what I'm just getting has already happened, and this is sort of like confirmation for your situation, like for what has happened, in order to explain to you what has happened. So yeah, that demands a lot of us, that process, right? And for some of you, and that's why this has come up, it's that period now where you're just gonna feel like, I'm tired, I am drained, I just need to sleep, I just need to rest, I just need to nurture myself. And that's what that is, okay? Please do so. Please do so. All right, my friends, we will take this over to the extended now. If you feel so inclined to follow us over to Vimeo and or Patreon. Vimeo is for single extendeds and Patreon is for every extended ever created. I really recommend that because it's a cheaper option, but it's totally up to you, whatever you're cool with. Patreon also gives you immediately 15% off of all private readings, my friends. And yeah, I hope this was insightful and or helpful to you. And I'll see you next time or over there. Bye, my friends. Bye.